The hate you give little infants fucks everybody.
Thug life.
Pardon me?
Thug life. Thug life. That's my cousin.
What's that mean? I don't understand.
Tupac Shakur didn't just say it, he lived it. Born in Harlem on June 16, 1971, Tupac Amaru Shakur wasn't just named after an 18th century revolutionary, he was wired with that same defiant energy. His life story, a mashup of resilience, rebellion, and relentless truth-telling.
So when the Panthers hit, the government panicked, and they had a thing called a COINTELPRO, and they felt like the Panthers were detrimental to American society.
Raised by Black Panther parents, his childhood was an education in activism and survival. His mother, Afeni, wasn't just a fighter. She was a warrior, defending herself in court while pregnant with him and exposing him to the power of standing tall against injustice.
Yes, I am a black woman. A black woman who just defended herself against a racist, fascist, imperialist system and won.
Tupac's early years were spent navigating the gritty streets of Baltimore and Marin City, where poverty, addiction, and hustle were everyday realities. His mom's struggles with crack addiction hit hard, but even in the chaos, young Tupac was different. He found his escape in words, poetry, acting, and eventually hip-hop. That was his way out, his canvas to paint the raw truths he saw around him.
I want to see the true picture. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if he feels uncomfortable, because what about when I felt uncomfortable for 400 years?
When his debut album, Tupacalypse Now, dropped, it was like the world stopped to listen. This wasn't just music, it was a siren call.
I hear Brenda's got a baby, but Brenda's barely got a brain. A damn shame, the girl can hardly spell her name.
Tracks like Brenda's Got a Baby and Trapped threw light on struggles most wanted to ignore: poverty, systemic violence, and the endless cycle of despair. Politicians hated it, the streets understood it. Tupac wasn't rapping for fame, he was rapping for survival and change.
My whole life has been turned around. I lost every job, I lost everything, every opportunity. I can't get buy cars, can't get rent, can't get none of that.
But Tupac wasn't just an artist, he was a walking revolution. His words, his philosophy, thug life, wasn't about glorifying the streets, but about surviving them. The hate you give little infants fucks everybody. A message raw, unfiltered, and painfully real.
When I say I live the thug life, baby, I'm hopeless. One person might hear that and just like the way it sounds, you know what I'm saying? But I'm doing it for the kid that really lives a thug life and feels like it's hopeless.
Beyond music, he mediated gang truces and wrote the Code of Thug Life, a blueprint for survival in a broken system. His rise wasn't without drama, from starring in films like Juice and Poetic Justice to clashing with law enforcement. Tupac lived life at full volume.
Check. I know they like to beat you down a lot, and when you come around the block, brothers clown a lot.
Fans idolized him, and the system feared him.
It's sad, because I'm telling you, and it should not be me telling you. It should be common knowledge. Aren't they wondering why death rates are going up and suicide is going up and drug abuse? Aren't they wondering? Don't they understand that more people are, more kids are being handed crack than they're being handed diplomas?
1994 was a turning point. Shot 5 times, betrayed, and barely out of the hospital, Tupac's paranoia went into overdrive. But instead of breaking him, the chaos fueled his genius. While locked up, he released Me Against the World, an introspective masterpiece that showed his growth. Tracks like Dear Mama weren't just hits, they were hymns for a generation searching for hope.
When I was pregnant in jail, I thought I was going to have a baby and the baby would never be with me, but I was acquitted a month and 3 days before Tupac was born. I was real happy because I had a son.
Then came Death Row Records. Backed by Suge Knight, Tupac turned the East Coast-West Coast feud into a hip-hop battlefield. His diss tracks, like Hit 'Em Up, and anthems like California Love, cemented his status as a cultural juggernaut. But the rivalry wasn't just hype, it was dangerous, with tensions running high and stakes even higher. September 7th, 1996, Las Vegas. After the Tyson fight, Tupac's energy was electric, but the night flipped into chaos. On Flamingo Road, a white Cadillac pulled up alongside Tupac's car. Shots fired, Tupac was hit, and in those moments, the world started losing a voice it wasn't ready to let go of. The days that followed were a blur of rumors and grief. Conspiracy theories exploded. Suge Knight's betrayal, gang retaliation, East Coast beef. But the truth? Tupac had always sensed his time was short. He worked like a man racing against the clock, creating tracks, verses, and ideas that would outlive him.
We killing each other because we killing ourselves. We not, when another man, I know, I've been in a position, it's out of our control. It's not like he wants to kill. He just doesn't want to die.
Tupac Shakur wasn't just a rapper. He was the GOAT, a cultural earthquake. His voice was a megaphone for the voiceless. His lyrics a mirror to the world's flaws.
I could be fun, but dangerous. Not only to other people, but to myself. Because I'm like a kid in a candy store. All of this is new. I'm 25, you know what I mean?
He didn't just challenge the system, he forced it to listen. And while the bullets may have silenced him, his words still shake the foundations. A rebel, a poet, a prophet. Tupac's legacy is eternal, living on in every beat, every verse, and every soul fighting to make sense of this beautiful, brutal world.
You know, out of the love for black people. So that's how I gotta live, and that's how I have to die. And that's how my music has to be, and my acting, and my producing, and my interviews, everything has to be for the love of black people.
If you enjoyed this video, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. I'm just starting out, and your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to subscribe and check out this next video. I think you'll really like it. Thank you, and see you next time.